honestly, I think I had to make this video. I just finished up at the gym, and if there's one thing I hate the most in this world, it's gotta be time wasters. I just went to the gym, hit a chest day and triceps, and obviously I'm super sweaty, and I hit a PB of 120 kilograms for 5 reps, and then 4, and then 3. So it was a good day. I then followed it up with some shoulder press and then some chest flies. Now when I was doing chest flies, it's one of those kind of like boring exercises. So when I'm during my rest, I either zone out or I see what other people are doing. You know, there was one person on the cable machine, and he was doing some like some weird like leg exercise, and then you had 2 other blokes in the gym, and they were just chatting it up pretty much. So nothing out of the ordinary really. And I finished my set of chest flies, and the next exercise I have is lateral raises, and I go over to the cable machine because I don't do them on dumbbells. I do them on the cable machine, just one at a time. And I ask old mate that's doing the leg exercises if he's doing the other side, and he says no, you can use that one. And I go to, you know, change the settings on it, and then one of the guys that were, you know, talking to each other said, no, I'm on it, that's why my stuff's there. And I look and I see like just a single like wallet and kind of like a napkin shaped towel on the ground. Like you could hardly see it because there's all these like handles and bars and crap on the ground, so it's like easy to miss. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I step to the side and I go to tap on my fitness app to see, you know, what else I could be doing. So but the next exercise following that up was tricep extensions, and obviously I need to use the cable machine to do that. And so while I'm trying to figure out, you know, do I do a tricep exercise, like do I do skull crushers, or do I just do lateral raises with the dumbbells? But he keeps harping on like, can you stop watching me work out? Because I'm about like 3 feet away from him, and I've like dropped my stuff next to the cable machine because I thought it was free. And to which I ask him, how many more sets do you have? While he's still looking at me, and he says, nothing. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I go over to the dumbbell rack and I just do basically just lateral raises, 3 sets with like a 1.5 minute rest. Typically I only do a minute, but I figured I was kind of pissed off at this point, so I just wanted to lift heavy. You know, I didn't want to take it out on this guy. I just wanted to take it out on the weights, you know. But I do my 3 sets with 90 seconds rest, and he was still on the cable machine, and by the looks of it, he was on it the moment he walked into the gym when I started my chest flies. And at this point I'm just kind of like, dude, can you fuck off? Like that was kind of my opinion, because the other guy was still on doing the leg exercises. He was still on it, but I knew him, and he was also like, you know, he was sweaty, you know, he was actually working hard, whereas this other guy, he just looked like Tinkerbell. Like he looked like he was having the time of his life, and just and you know, I couldn't get over it. And I was just like, I was just thinking like, oh dude, I just hope he gets up in my face, because like I like going to the gym, I was like fuming because I've been dealing with like all this like content stuff, and like replacing like SD cards, and like, you know, figuring everything out. So I really needed to lift weights today, and just I finish my lateral raises, and I go over to him and I show him my app that says tricep pushdowns, because he was doing tricep pushdowns with the rope. And I said, if you're not done yet, can I at least work in with you? Which is fair enough. And he says, I got 1 more set left. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I stand next to him and I'm on my phone and I'm just typing and I'm looking at my app. You know, I'm seeing how much like rest I have. And I hear him mumble something. I pause my music and he's like, do you have to be standing here while I'm doing my set? And I say to him, I'm waiting for you. You've been on here for like 15 minutes. Like, come on. And he's like, well, I don't want you watching me. And yeah, at that point, I'm kind of like, my heart's like pounding, and I'm just like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to fuck this guy up. Like, oh, like, and like, I'm freaking like, I'm freaking standing like, dude, my like arms are just like, dude, and my shoulders, like everything is just pumped and huge. And this guy looks like a skinny, lanky Tinkerbell. And I like there was just no need for confrontation. like it was just nuts. I couldn't even believe it. And the guy he was yapping onto, like I was just like thinking, is this guy gonna come up behind me and king hit me? Or like, he didn't say anything, he didn't have any like earphones on, but it was just like, what, like, do you really need to be doing tricep pushdowns for fucking like 15 minutes? Like, and it was kind of like, it was also like, it was pathetic weight. Like, I'm just gonna say it. It was fucking pathetic. He was doing so there's like on the pin loaded machine, there's all these numbers. 20 is the highest, obviously 2 is the lowest, and then you got the 1, but it's like half, kind of like a half plate. He was doing 5, and he was doing these like half reps where it's like, and not like, like. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna be nice to this guy, and I told him, because he was doing it with the rope, and I just figured, okay, he's doing lightweight because when you do tricep pushdowns with the rope, it's typically harder to get a grip. So I told him, you can use the easy bar, that way you don't have to rely on grip. You could realistically do the exercise with your like fingers pointing out and just push the weight down. But he just rolled his eyes and said, whatever, mate. And yeah, I would, oh, dude. And then on his final set, I stood probably about 6 feet away from him. You know, he obviously thought it's still, you know, COVID lockdown or some crap. And he does his set, and then I slowly kind of like walk over to him. And you know what the fucker does? He drops it from 5 all the way down into fucking 2 and starts doing a drop set on fucking 2. And it, and at that point, I feel like I'm getting like fucking like, I feel like I'm getting pranked at that point. I just feel like this guy is like punking me. And then, but he was being legit. That was his legit set, because he finished up, slowly grabbed his wallet and his fucking napkin and said, all yours, mate. And at that point, I was kind of sick of him, and I like clapped my hands as hard as I could, and I was like, well done, mate, well done. You know, I think that's a world record, longest time doing tricep pushdowns. And at this point, I kind of feel like a dick, but at the same time, I also feel like he kind of deserved it. I don't know. It was tough because I spoke to the guy that was doing the leg exercises next to me, and I said to him, I was like, what the fuck was that about? And he was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And he said to me, like, you know, I was gonna tell you, you know, I could just go do something else. And I was like, nah, like, this guy's not even working hard. Like, my face and my like body's dripping in sweat. So is the other guys. But this guy's just chilling, just, you know, yeah. And it happened again, like on fucking, I think, like on Saturday, like it happened again, and there was this fucking like teenager in there, and he spent like 28 minutes on both of the cable fucking racks. Like, I don't know how you can do that. I genuinely don't know how you can do that. Like, I genuinely feel bad when I'm at the dumbbell rack and I spend like 6 sets on like a bench and no one else is like using the benches around me. Like, I genuinely feel bad, right? Like, I don't know if I'm the dick or if I'm like a gym Nazi, or if fucking like there's just no more etiquette like in the gym. Like, to be fair though, like I feel like 99% of people are nice in the gym. It's just obviously sometimes you just run into like these sorts of people, and it, like, sometimes when I'm walking to the gym, I think like, what's literally stopping me from just taking the exercise from someone? Obviously, besides, you know, being a dick and everything else, you know, I just kind of, that thought popped in my head, like, what if there's like, you know, teenagers using a bench press and they're doing like 40 kilograms on it? You know, what's stopping me from just putting, you know, 100 kilograms or my new PR, which is 120, on the rack and just doing it and not even saying a word to him and just expecting them expecting them to piss off. It's just, I don't know, it like I definitely sometimes feel like I own the gym because like I go to like a small quiet gym and it's super easy to like be the biggest guy and the strongest guy in like a small gym. And yeah, I don't know, I don't know if I'm a dick or yeah, I just don't know. But I don't know. I guess good news is, you know, I hit a new PB of 120, and I was ready for it too. Like I've been hitting like 115 over the past couple of weeks, and I've been so pissed, you know, trying to like figure out the camera and everything, and it's just like I was angry walking into the gym. I was so angry, but it was so good. Like I had a mate there, and he gave me a spot for the entire like session that I was on the bench press for, which was like 3 sets. But yeah, I don't know. This guy, man. Oh, like I don't know. Do you think I'm a dick? But yeah, that's all I have to say.